Hi, my name's Martina. I'm Hannah's mom, and what I remember about September the 11th, 2001, it was a typical morning in our house. My husband John, he went to work. He worked in Westchester, and Hannah, she was a little girl. She just had started kindergarten a couple of days before September the 11th. And my biggest concern was that she would always be safe, and it was her first time away from her family. And I remember leaving her to school that morning with her brother and sister, Grace and Huey. And on my way back, I decided to take the two little ones to the playground, and our usual stop would be to the bakery first for something to eat. And I remember before we got there, I heard this huge explosion, and I could feel like shakes and in the ground. And this gentleman, he came running out of a building, and he said that was the second plane that crashed, and I didn't hear about the first plane because I was at Hannah's school. So I went back with my two children to Hannah's school, and I met with Sister Mary. She was the vice principal of the school, and I had wanted to take Hannah home because I was afraid that I knew that something terrible was happening, and that it had to be more than just an accidental crash, that it had to be definitely something in the line of terrorism. But she had told me that Hannah would be safe, and that she knew where to go and get her if anything more was of concern. So I was happy with what Sister Mary had said, and I went back home, and I decided, instead of going to the playground, that I would go in and watch the TV and see what was happening. And when I switched on the TV, I noticed just the mess of downtown Manhattan, the Twin Towers and fire, and it was just horrible. So I decided to put the two kids again back in the stroller, and I ran back to the school, and at this stage all the parents were running to get their children. I was very happy to know that everybody was safe in the school, and they closed down the school that day. And we, on our way back home, there was so much ash coming down. It was like snow falling, and there was paper going across the sky from the Twin Towers, and it was just a horrible day. It was like going up to our home, the steps up, our footprints were left on the steps from all the ash. And for weeks we couldn't open our windows. There was such a strong smell of ash. I have a couple of pieces of paper here that I picked up from our garden that came from the Twin Towers. One of the burned pieces of paper is from Cantor Fitzgerald and Company. And for weeks everything was so different in the neighbourhood, and everybody pulled together, and everybody helped out as much as they could to clean up the area. And I think it'll never be the same again, New York City. And we hope that we'll never ever have another terrorist attack like that again. And so we always say, let's never take anything for granted, and let's all make sure that we all know that we're loved and appreciated. And we just hope and pray that it'll never happen again.